We are a peaceful people. Struggle is we struggle, and we don't look for trouble. Just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow and never break. Our fathers came here and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere. Make no mistake, 'cause we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupununi and the Essequibo. Take time on it, though we may criticize it. This is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right. So we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. So we ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. We are a peaceful people, but when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow and never break. Our fathers came here and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere. Make no mistake, 'cause we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one caress, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupununi and the Essequibo. Take time on it, though we may criticize.
Honorable members, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, please be seated. The House will resolve itself into committee to continue consideration of the estimates. Honorable members, please let us turn to pages 420 and 421. Tissue. And I propose a question that the sum stated for Agency 78, Program 781, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. The Honorable Member, Ms. Nima Flubes.
Thank you, Chair. Line item 6116, contracted employees. I note in the staffing detail, there have been a decline of 2 staff, but the allocated sums remains almost the same as 2024. Can the Honorable Minister explain why this is so?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. The decrease is due to 2 general who was contracted employees now being appointed and moved to the COA 6114.
Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair.
6111, administrative. I noticed that from 2024 it was 5, and now it's reduced in 2025 to 4. Could you say what a skill set that's lost by that drop there?
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. The decrease is due to 1 admin assistant now being appointed an overseer, and that person has been moved to the Public Works program on the 6113.
Thank you, Honorable.
So no skill set was lost.
Honorable Member, Ms. Nima Flubes.
Yes. Line item 6231, fuel and lubricants. I note that there has been a decrease, almost by 50%, in the allocated sums. Can the minister say if the fleet of vehicles has declined or what has caused this decline?
Honorable Minister.
Oh, environment was done last year, so what we have now is is a sum that will be adequate for, yes, what we have to do, which is the purchase of gas, cooking gas, lubricants, etc., diesel.
Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair.
6242, maintenance of building. Could the Honorable Minister aggregate the sum that's projected to be spent with 2025 is 22 million.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. This is to provide continuous and necessary maintenance of buildings that are being occupied by the staff. The buildings will be major prevention of major rehab work as to prevent major rehabilitation, and that is repairs to the guest house at Madia, $2 million, repairs at the admin building Madia, $7 million, repairs to the guest house at Cato, $6 million, repairs to the DREO quarters, $3 million, repairs to the AREO quarters, $2 million, and repairs to the Campbelltown Hostel of $2 million.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Member, Ms. Nima Flubes.
Okay.
Thank you, Committee Chair, line item 6261. I note that there has been an increase for local travel and subsistence by $11 million. And I look at the indicators in volume 2 that speaks to community outreaches and note that there is now a target for 25 communities. Can the Honorable Minister state at least 5 areas intended to visit or during this 2025 year?
Honorable Minister.
This particular line item is for the payment of salaries and so on in different communities. The outreaches are done under different line item.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member. Honorable Members. Honorable Members, I now put a question that the sum stated for Program 781, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. The sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable Members, please turn to pages 422 and 23. And I propose the question that the sum stated for Program 782, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair. Honorable Member, Ms. Nima Flubes.
Thank you, Committee Chair. I'd like to turn the Honorable Minister's attention to volume 2. Indicators, number 2, number of communities accessing potable water. I note that there has been an increase of 5 new targets. It's moved from 7 to 12. Can the Honorable Minister state the 5 communities you intend to give potable water?
Honorable
The 5 new
Minister.
communities.
So the indicators are based on the villages that GWI would have identified as giving potable water to. So those villages would be Monkey Mountain, Kato, Paramakatoy, Kamana, Kopina.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Members, I now put a question that the sum stated
No,
for...
Mr. Chair, not as yet. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Can I proceed?
You can.
Thank you very much. Through you to the honorable member, if I can turn her attention to line item 6302, training, including scholarships. I know that we're examining the program for public works, but I note there's a provision for 2025 for training. So can you say who will be benefiting from this training and the areas where the training will be done in? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Minister.
It will be in the tender process and evaluation system.
So, follow up,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Yeah, tender processing and evaluation. So, who will be conducting the training? Is it NPTAB or experts will be coming in or consultants to undergo the training?
The National Tender Board will undertake the training.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Members, I now put a question that the sum stated for Program 782, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable Members, turn to pages 424 and 25, and I propose the question that the sum stated for Program 783, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. The Honorable Member, Mr. Richard Sinclair.
6241, rental of buildings. Could you, Honorable Minister, please state what buildings you are renting with that small sum of money?
Honorable Minister, you're getting a bargain.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And this is to provide accommodation for coastland teachers and officers in the following areas: Mountain, Kopinang, and Mykobi.
Follow-up question.
Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair.
There was a building in Mykobi that I visited that was not to standard. I thought some decision was made on that in December of last year. Could the Honorable Minister say was the state of that building and if proper rehab work was done on it?
Mr. Chair, I can't know what building the honorable member visited. I know that we have rental buildings for the teachers, to provide for the teachers and officers in Monkey Mountain, Kopinang, Mykobi. The honorable member said he visited a building. I don't know what building he visited.
Could the Honorable Minister, through the Chair, please?
Go ahead, Honorable
Could
Member.
the Honorable Minister please disaggregate the funds for that particular line item?
Honorable Minister, can you assist us where the funds are for that line item? Maintenance of buildings.
Disaggregate the funds.
It is on the rental, and if some is $3,600,000 for the rental.
Thank you. Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
I don't want to get you or quote you wrong, but I thought I heard you asking about where the funds are for. No. So my apologies to you for misdirecting the Honorable Minister.
To
Honorable Member,
disaggregate.
Mr. Sinclair, please.
6421. I was asking the Honorable Minister to disaggregate that fund there, that small sum of something like 3,600,000 or something thousand.
Just help me again here. 6421.
Rental of buildings.
But Honorable Senior Minister, at our age, the numbers jump around. So instead of getting, so thank you very much. It's 6241.
Next question.
So, Honorable Member, just to be on the same page, we dispose of 6241 rental of buildings. Are we still there? Because he was talking about maintenance.
Yes,
That's 6242.
6241. If I can assist my honorable member.
Okay,
The-
so you're volunteering to replace
Yes.
Walder
So
as
the
the advisor.
pardon?
You're volunteering to replace MP Walder as the advisor.
We're working collectively, sir. It's a team effort.
Team effort.
Yes, team effort.
So we're at 6241.
So therefore, Mr. Chair, through you to the honorable member, if I can take her back to 6241.
Yes, you can.
Earlier, when my colleague said it's a small sum and what it was for,
Yes.
the honorable minister identified 3 areas.
Right.
So what we're asking now is whether she can now disaggregate the 3.6 to the 3 areas. Thank you very much.
I think she did say 600,000. Honorable Minister, please.
Mr. Chair, we have 3,600,000 for the rentals. Some will be in, 1.2 each, and one will be in Madia, we will have in Monkey Mountain, but these are to teachers and officers who are going to these areas. Monkey Mountain, Kopinang, Mykobi.
Thank you,
Mykobi
Minister.
is,
You just confirmed I heard right. The next heading was 6242.
Maintenance of
Buildings.
buildings. Could the Honorable Minister please disaggregate that sum of money, or 18 million,
Thank
what
you.
is used for?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So it is to conduct maintenance works to the following building. Arasawa Primary for 10 million, Bamboo Creek 9 million, Bashville Primary for 9 million, Chewing Mouth Primary for 8 million, Itabak Primary 8 million, Kaibarupai Primary for 7.5 million. Teachers Quarters, Church Street, Madia, 8 million. Teachers Quarters, 7 Miles, Madia, 5 million. Madia Primary, 6 million. Taruka Teachers Quarters, 6 million. Paramakotoy Primary, 10 million. Kato Primary, 10 million. Waipa Primary, 15 million. Kopinang Primary, $6.5 million.
Thank you very much, Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair.
Thank you very kindly. True. 6246, maintenance of infrastructure. 6255, maintenance of other infrastructure. You have a little sum there of 51 million. Could you say what is going to be used for?
Thank you. Minister, what are you using this $51 million for?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And this is to conduct maintenance works at several schools and quarters, weeding compounds, repairs to fence, guard hut, trestle, sanitary block, emptying septic tanks, raising of walkways. And you know, Mr. Speaker, I don't remember a time ever in our history when we've ever had maintenance on so many infrastructure, building infrastructure, maintaining, repairing, and the environment as well.
Thank you very much, Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair.
Thank you very kindly, Mr. Speaker. I was a part of the tender board for that region, so I don't think the minister is speaking accurately.
Minister, are you being accurate?
I am being accurate, sir, because I can even see that the honorable member is wowed by how many buildings and infrastructure we're going to be repairing.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member Sinclair.
6292, dietary. Could the honorable minister please state what she plans to use for this money, and please disaggregate that sum if it's across the region.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. This allocation is going to cater for the provision of dietary for increased enrollment at the Kato and Paramakotoy dormitory. Students who will now be housed in the new dormitories at Kopinang, Maikobi, and Monkey Mountain, expected to open in September of 2025.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair.
Thank you very kindly. 6203, training including scholarships. Could you see what that is going to be used for? 6302, training including scholarship. You have a tidy sum of 40 million.
Honorable.
It is to be used for conduct 3 general head teachers meetings with staff development sessions, conduct end-of-year review projection, facilitate training for examination supervisors and invigilators, facilitate training for examination supervisors and invigilators, conduct literacy programs for the heads of Department of English, Secondary School, conduct mathematics seminars for head of Department Mathematics Secondary.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you
Honorable
very
Member,
kindly.
Mr. Sinclair.
Thank you very kindly. No further question on this, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the sum stated for program 783 current expenditure stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable members, let us turn to pages 426 and 427. And I propose the question that the sum stated for program 784 current expenditure stands part of the estimates. The Honorable Member, Mr. Richard Sinclair.
Line item 6241, rental of buildings. What are you going to use 3.6 million for? And could you say which area you're going to spend this money?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. So it will be rental apartments for the nurses, doctors, and other medical staff from Madia.
Thank you. Honorable Member, Mr. Richard Sinclair.
6264, vehicle spares and service. You have there a tidy sum of 11 million. what vehicles you have in stock that would need servicing and repairs for 2025.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. What is the stock of your vehicle that require this tidy sum to repair?
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So here's what we have. A Toyota Hiace, two Toyota Land Cruiser ambulances, Honda ATV, a John Deere side-by-side, Honda ATV, Toyota Land Cruiser ambulance as well, another Honda ATV, another Honda ATV for Monkey Mountain, another Honda ATV for Monkey Mountain, ATV for Monkey Mountain, two-wheel scooter Monkey Mountain, Honda ATV for Kubaru, two-wheel scooter for Kubaru, Honda ATV, another Honda ATV for PK, Honda ATV for Kato, Honda ATV for Kato, two-wheel scooter Kato, Honda ATV Kanapang, Honda ATV Kopinang, two-wheel scooter Mykobi, boat and engine Mykobi, boat and engine Tumatumari, boat and engine Wiper, boat and engine Kaibarupai, boat and engine 15 horsepower, MDH generator, generator for Monkey Mountain, a generator for Chinapa.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair.
6265, other transport, travel and postage. Could you see what you're going to spend this money on and please aggregate that sum of money?
Thank you very much. So it is for the drugs and medical supplies from the MMU to Madia and then to the North Pacarimas. Then you have transportation for fogging exercise, referral of urgent Medivac and non-urgent patients to the GPHC for level 5 health services, and patient flights to Madia District Hospital from the North Pacarimas and return.
Thank you. No more questions. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable Members, I now put a question that the sum stated for Program 784 Health Services, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it, sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Let us turn over to page 428 and 29, and I propose the question that the sum stated for Program 785 current expenditure stands part of the estimates. The Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair.
I see you have line item 6242, maintenance of buildings, and you're asking for $6 million. Where is this building going to be located, and what's the use?
Honorable
Thank
Minister.
you very much, and this is to provide continuous and necessary maintenance of buildings. The number of buildings are in urgent need of maintenance works, so as to prevent major rehabilitation. And then you have the shade houses at Kubaru, Kato, and Itabak at $2 million each.
Thank you, Minister.
No more questions, sir.
Honorable Members, I now put a question that the sum stated for Program 785 current expenditure stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it, sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Please let us turn to page 541. And I propose the question that the sum stated for Program 781 capital expenditure stands part of the estimates. Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair. Honorable Member, Ms. Nima Flubes.
Thank you, Comrade Chair. Line item, project code, 1209000, building administration, provision for building. Can the Honorable Minister say where this building will be or is being catered for? Has it's new? Right.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. The building that we're speaking of here is an extension that will allow for additional space for government officials traveling on duties in the North Pacarima Mountains. The current facility has 5 rooms, and the extension will cater for an additional 3 rooms. It's at K2.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Members, I now put a question that the sum stated for program 781, capital expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Ayes have it, sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable member, program 782, capital. I propose a question that the sum stated herein stands part of the estimates. The honorable member, Ms. Annette Ferguson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, through you to the honorable member. Can I turn her attention to project number 11-00800 bridges? I note, Honorable Minister, you have budgeted here some 94 million provision for bridges. Let me just go to the project file 375. The project entails construction of bridge at Kurukubari, Monkey Mountain.
Kurukubari.
Kurukubana, sorry.
Kuruk. No,
Monkey Mountain and and Red and where's the other one? Tonokong Creeks. So my excuse me, Mr. Chair. My question to the honorable member: can she provide a disaggregated sum for the bridges that are to be? I don't know if it's will be new bridges, or you'll be renovating the existing bridges. So can you explain and provide the disaggregated for the bridges, please? Thank you.
Just before I put it in the minutes, I think the first name might be Kurukubaru, right? Right. It's one of the highest villages in our country. Yeah. I will. Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. And so it's new constructions, and it will be a bridge at Kurukubaru Creek. And this bridge is needed, it's $30 million. It's needed to access the community of Kurukubaru from K2, and over 3,000 residents will benefit from that bridge. Then you have the bridge at Monkey Mountain, and that will be $25 million, and it will be for residents to gain access to other communities. Over 250 residents will benefit from this project. Then you have the construction of the bridge at Red Creek. That will be $14 million, and it's allowed for easy access to school and health centers there. The bridge is also needed to provide access to the satellite community of Red Creek. Then you have Tumong, and that's at Orange Duke Itabak, and that will be $25 million. This bridge is needed to access the community of Itabak, Kanapang to Kurukubaru or K2, and it's over 3,000 residents that will benefit from that one.
Okay, thank you very much. Follow up.
Just before, Minister, so you don't have to now walk that hour from the airstrip to Kurukubaru. You can use an ATV.
Exactly,
go
you can go across the bridge. That's right.
Beautiful.
It's going to be beneficial.
MP Ferguson, we'll have it easy. MP Sinclair.
140200 roads. You see, have there provision for roads? Something. 140200 roads. You have there 40 million provision for roads. I'm wondering if there's the road from teachers, the nursery school going to down that way, you have the teachers' quarters, if that road is catered for in this allocation, or the road that's Madia, or the road down 7 miles.
Two roads. Are they catered for here, Honorable Minister? Nursery school down that side.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The roads that the honorable member is speaking about, I assume he's speaking about Madhya. That's the Ministry of Public Works will be looking at that.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member Mr. Sinclair. Those are catered for by Public Works. Follow up?
Four zero 4407200 other equipment I see a provision there for 30 million. Could you state what these other equipment you're planning to buy and what is for?
Thank you very much.
Where would these equipment be
Honorable
assigned?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. It's for the purchase of one motor grader, 140. 140K, and it's to be used to upgrade and maintain roadways in sub-region 2, thus improving transportation, communication, and trade among and between communities.
So I can be guaranteed that I wouldn't get flood down Pepper Hill.
Honorable Minister.
No, this is for K2. This is not for Madio.
Right. Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Sinclair. Unfortunately, we've exhausted the half an hour for this head. We started at 9:17, now was 9:48. I'll have to put all of the remaining programs at this time. Honorable members, I'll now put the programs, and I put the question that the sums stated for program 783, 784, 785, capital, stand part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. The sums stated herein now stand part of the estimates. Thank you, Minister, REO, and the staff of Region 8 for taking us through that head. Honorable members, let us ask the RDC officials for Region 9 to join the other officials from the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development as we take region number 9. And honorable members, all in place. Honorable members, I ask you to please turn to pages 434 and 35, and I propose a question that the sum stated for Agency 79, Program 791, current expenditure stands part of the estimates. The Honorable Member, Mr. Vincent Henry.
Representing the GAP, Guyana Action Party.
61116, contracted employees. In
Just repeat that for
2024,
me, 61116.
61116, contracted employees. In 2024, the amount allocated was 75,664,000, and 2025 is 110,562,000. Can the Honorable Minister state the designation and the placement of the 12 additional contracted employees under this 61116?
Honorable Minister, I think.
Right, so 6116. There is one system administrator, 4 accounts clerk, 2, 1
Let's hear now.
cleaner, 2 cooks, 1 assistant registration clerk, 1 office assistant, 1 boat hand, and 1 stores attendant.
Honorable MP Henry, let me just caution a certain minister who's out of his seat. You know, he could be a little quieter to ensure that you have our full attention. You may continue.
Thank you. 6211, specific to the agency, 52 million. Can the Honorable Minister say if this amount caters for any increase of Tushao stipend And additionally, if stipends for village councillors, Amerindian village councillors can be paid from this amount.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. This morning, I would have answered a question very similar, and we had in September of 2024 given an increase to shows and in their stipends, and so this does not cater for an increase. An increase was given on the latter part of last year. And so this is this is to execute the mandate of the strategic plan for the region, addressing issues and requests from village and village councillors and so on.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Henry.
No more on this.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the sum stated for Program 791 current expenditure stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated stands part of the estimates. Honorable members, pages 436 and 37. And I propose the question that the sum stated for Program 792 stands part of the estimates. The Honorable Member, Mr. Henry.
6116. 2024, the amount allocated was $16,479,000, and in 2025, $26.54 million. Mr. Chair, can the Honorable Minister list the newly contracted employees and state their designations and where they are currently placed?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. It is one livestock officer, and that person is placed in St. Ignatius.
I didn't get the last part, please.
Placed in St. Ignatius.
Thank you. 6255, maintenance of other infrastructure, 10 million. Can the Honorable Minister state what infrastructure is being targeted in this amount?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. It is for the cleaning of wells, general repairs to the shed, plumbing, replacement of water pump and black tank.
Thank you, Minister.
Where?
St. Ignatius Stock Farm.
6281, security services, 12.082 million. Can the Honorable Minister say whether or not security services are being provided for agricultural entities in the outlying sub-districts of Region 9? And if so, what locations?
Honorable Minister.
We're looking at increasing the security services to the 5 sub-districts.
Member Henry.
Honorable Minister is saying it isn't being done?
Not in all 5 sub-districts.
Oh, not. Okay, let's hope it will be done sooner or later. 6291, national and other events, $7,500,000. Can the Honorable Minister say what national and other events are supported annually via this allocation?
Thank you very much. So that will be Mashramani, Pagua, Independence Day, CARICOM Day, Labor Day, Indian Arrival Day, Regional Tashau Conference, Emancipation Day, Eid al-Azha, Amerindian Heritage, Farmers Agricultural Exhibition.
Honorable Minister, isn't the World Food Day part of this?
Farmers Agricultural.
Honorable Minister, World Food Day.
It will fall under the Farmers Agricultural Exhibition.
Oh,
That
dear.
is the event, yes.
Anyway,
In the month of October.
I know the minister normally, the chair normally says, ask a question. So I'm trying to find a way to ask the question, so I'll put it this way. Why is it that the Agriculture Department does such a wonderful job every World Food Day in Karasabai? That's the question. But I will leave no answer, please. I'm finished here.
Follow up, Mr.
Honorable
Chair, thank you. Follow Follow up, Mr. Chairman, on the same line item, national and other events. Yeah, 6291. Just for clarity, I know this falls under agriculture, but wouldn't this head fall under administrative, as in the region body doing this and not agriculture?
Honorable Minister.
Right, so every program would participate in these activities, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Henry. Honorable Members, I now put a question that the sum stated for Program 792, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it, sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Please turn, honorable members, to pages 438 and 39. And I propose the question that the sum stated for Program 793, current, stands part of the estimates.
Thank you,
Honorable Member,
Commissioner.
Mr. Henry.
6116, contract with employees, 2024, with 19.112 million, 2025, 48.101 million. 11 more contracted employees in 2025 than 24. Can the honorable ministers list by designation and placement the 11 new contracted employees?
Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So it is for 1 superintendent of works, 3 checkers, 2 overseers, 2 clerk of works, 1 ambulance driver, and 2 laborers.
Thank you.
Honorable Member, Mr. Henry.
6242, maintenance of building, 45.114 million. Can the honorable ministers say which building or buildings will be repaired under this allocation?
Honorable Minister.
So this will be the guest house at Anai and the living quarters at St. Ignatius, the regional accounting unit, purchasing of building material, and yes, to do the maintenance.
Thank you,
Minister.
Minister, honorable minister. 6251, maintenance of roads, $86 million. Can the honorable minister say which roads will be repaired or upgraded?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. It is repairs to Toka Farm Primary, repairs to Kwaimata to Yupakari, repairs to Nabruti Farm to Market, and repairs to Mirawau Farm Road, repairs to Kwaiko Road.
Thank you,
Minister. MP.
honorable minister.
Go ahead.
6252, maintenance of bridges, $61 million. Can the honorable minister list which bridges will be done under this allocation?
Minister.
Sarama number 4, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair. Sarama number 4, Yupakari number 3, Rupunoni Crossing, Yorong Peru, Baishaijon, Hayawa.
Hiya.
Can
Go ahead, Honorable.
the honorable minister elaborate on the Rupunoni Crossing bridge that she mentioned there? Where is it really? What form will it take? Because Rupunoni is a very big river, actually.
So this Rupunoni Crossing is at the Crowdara now, Crowdara Village.
And what will be done on it, if I may ask?
The maintenance of the entire top decking of the bridge will be done.
So, honorable minister, no work will be done in extending the bridge to have it be crossable or have it be higher than the flood waters that normally come annually?
Honorable Minister.
Okay, so Ministry of Public Works has already been already engaged to do remedial works, which will be the road network, but also the revetment that will help to prevent that.
Okay, thank you very much.
Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for Program 793, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it, sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable members turn to pages 4, 40 and 41, and I propose a question that the sum stated for program 794, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Honorable member, Mr. Vincent Henry.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. 6242, maintenance of building, $82 million. Can the Honorable Minister list the buildings, including their purpose and locations that are being targeted by this allocation?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So this will be repairs to the Learning Resource Center at Lethem, repairs to Lethem Living Quarters, repairs to Simony Head Teachers Quarters, repairs to Patarino Teachers Quarters, repairs to Kaikumbe Teachers Quarters, repairs to Kumu Teachers Quarters, repairs to Parishara Primary, and repairs to Aishalton Headmistress Quarters.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. 6292, dietary, $399 million. Can the Honorable Minister state the average cost of a meal supplied to a student, as well as the cost of the preparation of that meal, and so that we can be able to know what's the cost of a meal for a student, and maybe, improve it as time goes on?
Honorable Minister.
So we have on the dietary, it will be for Anai Dormitory, St. Ignatius Dormitory, Sand Creek Dormitory, Aishalton Dormitory. For Anai, you will have 324 students at $200 per meal. You have breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper. Then you have 260 students for St. Ignatius Dormitory at $200 per meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper. Sand Creek Dormitory, 282 students, and Aishalton is 249 students. And Karasabai Primary top with 230 students at the same cost.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for program 794.
Mr. Chair, just a second.
He said he didn't need help. Honorable member, Ms. Ferguson.
Thank you very much, sir. A follow-up to the very line item 6292. Did I hear the honorable member correctly when she said it's 200 per meal? $200 per meal per child? That's very cheap. Can you say what is it they're getting for $200 when we know here in Georgetown it can't even buy an icy, the short icy, sir? It's now going for $300 here. It can't even buy a pint tart. Pint tart is close to $400. So, or not even a hot dog. So perhaps the honorable member can clarify. What is it our children are getting for $200? Thank you.
Honorable Minister.
The children are getting healthy meals, and it is being bought in bulks, please, Mr. Chair, as dry ration. So when obviously you buy it in bulks and you cook a meal, then you can disaggregate that sum to say it's $200 for a meal. And they're getting breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper, and they get a snack.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable member, Ms. Ferguson.
For a meal, not per day.
I understand your calculation. So therefore, if you work it out, 3 meals at $200 is $600 per day. And in Georgetown.
But it's a full meal. It's a full meal from bulk ration being bought.
Honorable Minister.
So, sorry, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Follow up on the very line item. So, am I to understand that the meals are being prepared by whether the housekeepers or house cooks?
House mother.
Or mother, father, So can you clarify that, please? And you said that the items are usually bought in bulk. Do you outsource it? How are these items procured? Thank you. Or who supply the items?
Honorable Minister.
So we have suppliers from each sub-district. You have 5 cooks at each dormitory, and they do cook the meals that are being bought from the suppliers, and the children are benefiting from the meals that are being cooked by each one of these cooks at the location.
Thank you very much. Honorable Member,
Yes,
Mr. Henry.
just a follow-up. What remuneration is given to the cooks? Are they being paid at all? Are they being paid weekly, monthly? And what is it?
Line item?
The same like that. 6292 dietary, $399 million.
Wages and salaries come from a different heading. This is just the dry ration. Honorable Minister?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. It is not covered by this line item, the wages and salaries, as you have said, but each cook is employed as a permanent employee with the dormitory and making a monthly salary.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Henry, follow up.
Just if she could, if the Honorable Minister could tell us what is the monthly salary like.
It doesn't come under this line item, please, Mr. Speaker.
But
Honorable Member, you have from 6111 all the way to 6117, and we're still on the head, and you still have time. Honorable members, he says to put it.
Mr. Chair, perhaps I can help my honorable member. Can the honorable member, based on the question put by my colleague,
Honorable Minister.
can you say where on the staffing details you would find the cooks being catered for?
Mr. Chair, I will ask the honorable member to do her homework and check which line item it is and then come back with the question.
Honorable members, if there are no other questions, I'll put the program. I propose that for program 794, current expenditure, the sum listed herein stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it, sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable members, I now ask you to turn to pages 442 and 43. And I propose a question that the sum stated for program 795, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. The Honorable Member, Mr. Henry.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. 6221, drugs and medical supplies, $268 million. Can the Honorable Minister say whether or not antivenom supplies are available in Latham Hospital and also in health centers and other posts in all the outlying areas in Region 9? Also, were the health personnel trained to administer the antivenom and related medical activities associated with it?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So personnel were trained to do this, and yes, they are available in all of the health posts, health centers, and hospital.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable
Thank
Member,
you.
Mr. Henry.
Honorable Minister. 6265, order. 35.5 million transport, travel, and postage. Can the Honorable Minister say if this amount includes the chartering of aircraft to remote areas such as Massaconary for emergency health and evacuation services?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. Yes, but the Ministry of Health will also supplement heavily with that.
Honorable Member, Mr. Henry.
Thank you very much. 6292, dietary, 46.532 million. Can the Honorable Minister state if the cooks working at the regional and district hospitals are trained as nutritionists? And is there any dietitian attached to the regional hospital? This is to assist to have nutritious meals for the patients who normally go ill to hospital.
Honorable Minister.
Mr. Chair, this honorable member is acting as if they trained nutritionists in Region 9 in 2015 to 2020. You know these kind of questions, this is dietary and this is a sum of money for a dry ration that is being cooked for students and for a meal program that did not exist before in 2015 to 2020. Now the honorable member is coming to ask whether the cooks are trained as nutritionists. There are cooks who are people from the community who are kind enough to come on board as employees of the regions to provide the necessary healthy meals for the children: breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper, and snacks.
As Mr. Chair,
Honorable member, please.
just as a response there, I would like to ask if the minister is kind enough to support the future training of nutritionists and dietitians to ensure that our people get top and healthy services in terms of the food that are given to them in our hospital and health centers.
Honorable Minister.
The Ministry of Health do have trained nutritionists who do set the menus.
Thank you very much, Minister. Honorable member, Ms. Dawn Hastings Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think we're talking about patients here and not children in the dormitory. The health services. Staffing details, 6112, 6116. My question here is, could the Honorable Minister say how many specialist doctors do you have at Lethem Hospital, and in what areas are they specialized?
Honorable Minister.
We have 10 specialists, 2 obstetrician and gynecologists, 2 general surgeons, 1 internal medicine, 1 anesthesiologist, 1 orthopedic surgeon, 2 pediatricians.
Pediatrician. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for program 795, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Please let us turn to page 543. And I propose a question that the sum stated for program 791, capital expenditure, stands part of the estimates. The honorable member, Mr. Henry.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. 240300, land and water transport. Sum allocated in 2025 is 15.5 million. Provision for vehicles, and the legend elsewhere states buses and truck. Can the Honorable Minister state how many buses or how many vehicles will be purchased, the type that will be purchased, and where will they be based?
Honorable Minister.
Mr. Chair, are we dealing with the health for capital for health?
We're at 791, Regional Administration and Finance, and we are at 2402,300.
Thank you very much. So we have 2 minibuses for Anai Sand Creek, 1 canter truck for Lethem. That's it.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable member, Mr. Henry.
Thank you.
Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for program 791 capital stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it, sum stated now stands part of the estimates. I propose the question that the sum stated for program 792 capital expenditure stands part of the estimates. Honorable member, Mr. Henry.
1701,400 agricultural development. 50 million allocated, provision for agricultural development initiatives. Honorable Minister, you know that we were having or are still having major issues with cassava production in Region 9. How much of this allocated sum will be spent on cassava production?
Honorable Minister.
Mr. Chair, the honorable member may not be aware, I don't know, but or is just deliberately making that making that statement. But the Ministry of Agriculture has supplied over $40 million in cassava sticks to the region of region number 9. And so there is no shortage. The region is working very assiduously to ensure that there is production of cassava. So with this agricultural development program, there will be an establishment of one water system of $3 million and construction of a foot and mouth camp, establishment of a data plant nurse for the plant nursery, right, to track for the plant nursery and animal tracking, sorry. Cultivation of 3 1-acre planting, yeah. Purchase of desk and office chairs and so on and so on. Extension of swine breeding unit, installation of farrowing crates, extension of plant nursery, hardening floor with fence, construction of storage pond, construction of 2 water trestles for cross-by living quarters, establishment of duck breeding program, establishment of chicken pens at the following schools: St. Ignatius Secondary School, Nabruti, Sawaru Row. Construction of 3 shade houses, purchase of semen and hormones, purchase of earth auger, purchase of ginger 1-acre plot, purchase of a rotavator.
Honorable member, Mr. Henry.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. It's unhappy that we don't have anything on cassava here, but thank you very much. That's it.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the sum stated for program 792 capital expenditure, that this sum stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable members, I propose the question that the sum stated for program 793 capital expenditure stands part of the estimates. Honorable member, Mr. Henry.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. 1902300. Infrastructure development. The sum allocated is 34 million, and the legend says provision for culverts. And further examination of the legend elsewhere said Kabanawa, Masara, and Napi. Honorable Minister, can you state whether or not these culverts will be made out of cement, or is there plastic or wooden materials will be used also?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. You know, this government always uses quality, and we do quality work. So it will be cement and steel culverts that will be built, constructed.
Thank you, Minister. Member Henry.
Thank Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
That's all?
The, oh, that's all for that.
Thank you very much. I now put a question that the sum stated for program 793 capital stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say, Honorable Member, Ms. Dawn Hastings Williams.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Project profile 28000400, water supply. Could the Honorable Minister be kind enough to tell us which community or institutions will benefit from this water supply?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Shulinap Village, South Central will be benefiting.
Where you guys see that first?
Thank you. Honorable members,
And you know, the honorable member,
Henry.
Mr. Vincent Henry.
Don't listen to the honorable
Mr.
member.
Vincent Henry, that is his village. Shulinap Village, South Central will be benefiting
Yes, you see.
from this government and the water and the trestle.
No, she didn't.
Honorable Minister.
We also have Sand Creek, South Central.
Thank you, Minister.
Honorable Minister, I don't know if you read it correctly, but the legend for the states, and I will help. Anai, Parabara,
Yes.
Shulinab, and
Yes.
Sand Creek. I'm
We
helping
have
you.
Parabara, we have Anai. They're all there.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. I thought he was going to say he's no longer living in Shulina, but better. Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for program 793 capital expenditure stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable members, let us look at program 794, and I propose a question that the sum stated herein for capital expenditure stands part of the estimates. The Honorable Member, Mr. Henry.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. 1204,700 buildings education, and the allocated amount is $240 million. And it has provision for schools and educational facilities. The question I have is, does this include satellite internet communication to these schools that are targeted?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Not under this line item. And matter of fact, that program is under the Office of the Prime Minister, who has been doing a wonderful job across the 10 administrative regions.
Honorable Member, Mr. Henry.
Thank you. 2402300 land and water transport, 18 million. Provision for vehicle. Can the Honorable Minister state if it's one vehicle or more vehicles, and where will they be allocated to?
This is one, thank you very much, Mr. Chair. It is a purchase of a Send bus, and it will be in at the Lethem Education Department.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you.
Honorable Member, Ms. Dawn Hastings Williams. Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for program 794 capital expenditure stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Program 795 capital, I propose a question that the sum stated herein stands part of the estimates. Honorable Member, Mr. Henry.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. 1204,800 buildings health. The amount allocated is $134 million. Provision for health facilities. Can the Honorable Minister tell us what this provision entails?
Honorable Minister.
I'll be happy, Mr. Chair, to inform the honorable member that first up on this list is the upgrading of the Shulinab Health Facility, where the honorable member is living. Then we have the rehabilitation and the upgrading of the Couture Health Facility. We also have the rehabilitation upgrading of the Quarry Health Post, rehabilitation upgrade of Ruperty Health Post, construction of staff quarters at Karasabai Health Facility.
Honorable Member, Mr.
Thank you
Henry.
very much.
Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for Honorable Member Mr. Jones.
Just thank you, Mr. Chairman. To the Minister for clarity, what is happening in Karasabai? You said a health post? Same line item.
It's a staff quarters.
Right.
Honorable members, I now put Honorable Member Mr. Henry.
No, I have.
Honorable Member Ms. Ferguson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, through you to the honorable member on the same line, project code number 124,800. I know you list the buildings to be renovated or repaired, but can you provide us the cost associated with each project that will give you the full allocation you're looking for here of 134 million?
Ooh. The Sholinab Health Facility is a whopping $32 million. The Couture Health Facility is 14 million. Quarry Health Post 14 million. Ruperty 14 million. And the staff quarters at Karasabai is $60 million.
Thank you, Minister.
7 apartments, the staff quarter.
Honorable Member Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chairman, item 2402-300, land and water transport, provision for an ambulance, vehicle, and motorcycle. The legend indicates that it's a purchase of an ambulance and an all-terrain vehicles. Could the Honorable Minister indicate where the ambulance is going to be located? Similarly, the all-terrain vehicles, ATV, and motorcycles.
So it's going to be Karasabai, Anai, Sand Creek.
Thank you, Minister.
And the ATV will be for Freshwater, Rewa, Baitun, Katoka, and Kushibai.
Just a follow-up.
Kushibai.
Just a follow-up to the honorable member on the same line item. Through you, Mr.
Honorable Member
Chairman.
Ferguson.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, okay, these equipment and furniture, they're going to these locations. Not furniture, we call it the ATVs, the ambulance, and so forth. So I heard you say that it's going to the various villages in region number 9. So can you say who would be responsible for the upkeep and ensure that these things are taken care of, since it's taxpayers' money? You don't want them to fall into the wrong hands.
Well, it's a good thing it's not in the opposition's hands, but it's in the Regional Democratic Council that will be looking at it, through the REO's office.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for program 795, capital expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, and the staff of Region 9 and your ministry for taking us through Agency 79. Let us ask the staff of, and we have 20 minutes savings there. Let us invite the staff of RDC Region 10 to join their minister as we pull up Agency 80. And I see the Honorable Figuera has called in for reinforcements. Recognize the arrival of the Honorable Member, Mr. Duncan and Sarabu Hali. Honorable members, you're going to take the position close to Honorable members, let us turn to pages 448 and 49. And I propose the question that for Agency 80, Program 801, that the sum stated herein for Program 801 current expenditure stands part of the estimates. Honorable Member, Mr. Figueroa.
Thank you, Comrade Chairman. 6116 contracted employees. You see a significant increase from 4 to 13 contracted employees. Could the Honorable Minister indicate the top 3 positions for these contracted employees?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So the top position will be the confidential secretary. Then you have, the confidential secretary. Then you have the accounts clerk 2, and then the coxswain or the cleaners.
Honorable Member, Mr. Figueroa.
That is the confidential secretary, I'm assuming, for the REO.
Yes, honorable member.
Go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, just going back a little bit at line item, this would be 6111. There's a note in reduction of staff by 2. Can the Honorable Minister share which 2 positions are vacant?
Honorable Minister.
So you have a DREO that was transferred to, that person is now in Region 1, and you have an AREO who's at the Ministry of Local Government.
Just continuing following up on this line item, could the Honorable Minister share when these positions became available and when do we intend to fill it?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Both positions became available last year, 2024. Can't recall the exact month or date. And I also can't tell you right away that we are, when the DREO or AREO position will be put.
Just a quick follow-up. I know that you mentioned 1 AREO. Traditionally, Region 10 has 2 AREO. Can you confirm?
Honorable Minister.
It has previously had 2 AREOs.
Honorable Member, Mr.
Thank
Figueroa.
you. Minister, on this same program, the indicators, indicator 3 actually, number of skilled personnel recruited. We see a significant increase from 12 to 71 in 2025, 59 skilled personnel to be recruited. Could you also indicate to us the top 5 positions for that?
Honorable Minister.
So that would have been Personnel Officer 2 and the AREO, DREO.
Mr.
Honorable
Speaker,
Member, Mr. Sears.
Mr. Speaker, on the indicators, with regards to the outreaches conducted, we know that in 2024 it was 12, and the target in 2025 is 14. My question to the Honorable Minister is regards the outreaches. Are these outreaches coordinated by the administration or the councillors of the RDC?
Right. So there is coordination with, you have RDC, and you also have collaboration with the councillors. So outreaches are based on, it can be based on the collaboration or it can be based on the RDCs.
Just a quick follow-up. Can the Honorable Minister share, out of the 14 targeted outreaches, how many is specifically coordinated by the councillors of the RDC?
Honorable Minister.
Well, the 14 is the indicator for the target for this year, which is 2025. So we're now starting the year. Collaboration hasn't started.
I understand. Just to dig a little bit deeper, and this is based on one of the concerns that we've had from some of the counselors. Some of the counselors are saying that they have not been getting the necessary support from the administrative arm in terms of financing to cover some of these outreaches. Is there or are there any challenges in giving support to the counselors at the RDC with regards to the outreaches?
Honorable Minister.
So thank you very much, Mr. Chair. The councils would usually have to go through the channel of the chairman, but also the RDC is saying that they usually help with transportation costs and so on.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Figueroa.
Just a follow-up on the same line of questioning. The outreaches, Minister, how many of the indigenous, 16 indigenous communities, these outreach will cater for? How many they will cater for in 2025?
Yeah. So the outreaches will be across Region 10. So it will cater for all of the region.
Honorable Member, Mr. Figueroa.
That's it. I'm
And
finished.
the riverine areas as well.
Honorable Member, Mr. Sears.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Again, on indicators, number 4, it says here, number of villages, village sustainability plans submitted and approved. Can the Honorable Minister confirm that this is reflective of the 10 indigenous villages across Region 10?
Honorable Minister.
Yes, it's from all plans from all of the villages.
Okay, so on record we have 10 indigenous villages, but there are several other indigenous communities that don't fall within this 10. What does the region or your ministry cater for those villages that are not a part of the 10? And can you list those indigenous villages, please?
Yes, they do, and it's Falmouth, advised by the REO that all inclusive of the 10 indigenous as well as those that fall outside of, they have been included.
Thank you, Minister. Member Sears.
Mr. Speaker, just going back to line item 6302, training, which includes scholarship. Does this, in terms of upgrading of staff, what sort of scholarships are going to be offered under this line item 6302 training, including scholarships?
Minister.
You will have the principles of supervisory management, customer service, effective communication and minutes writing, and that's in-house training.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for program 801 current expenditure stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Let us turn to pages 450 and 51. And I propose the question that the sum stated for program 802 current expenditure stands part of the estimates. The honorable member, Mr. Figueroa.
Thank you, Current Chair. The allocation at 1205,100 building, the $235 million provisions for the RDC office building. The
Honorable-
plan was previously drawn up. Is this provision going to be using the same plan for the RDC building? Because I'm noticing new. So I want to know if they're going to be using the same plan that was originally provided.
Mr. Chair, we are at current and not capital as yet.
Capital.
No, we're taking all the current, sorry.
All right.
We're taking all the current.
I know what we said, we have no more question for current. We're going at capital. I thought you had put capital. I know we don't, you still have question on current?
We're at 802
Oh,
current.
so you do all the current for all the programs?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I didn't get it.
Yeah. We've been doing that for the past 2 days. I think the first day we took them the way you.
So are we at Public Works?
Mr. Speaker.
That's okay. Honorable Member, Mr. Sears.
Thank you very much. With regards to line item 622.
Duncan, I think you're needed.
6222, field materials and supplies. I just want to ask out of curiosity to the Honorable Minister, what are the field supplies that are going to be provided under this line item?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. We will be having rain boots, measuring tape, road measuring tape, rain gear, life jackets, etc. for the public works staff and the part-time staff.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Just moving along quickly, 6251, maintenance of road. Can the Honorable Minister share what roads are going to be maintained in 2025, and if the part of Five Corner is being considered as a part of this line item?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. I see the honorable member hasn't been paying attention, but the five corner is coming under the highway project, which is not a part of the regional project.
Honorable Member, Mr. Figueroa.
Thank you. 6254, maintenance of sea and river defenses. Can the minister indicate where will this work be done in the region?
Minister.
I'm not hearing the honorable member.
6254.
Yes.
Maintenance of sea and river defenses. This allocation, could you indicate where in the region this work will be executed?
Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So it will be a continued maintenance of the riverfront Mackenzie, replacement of damaged retaining wall structure, geotextile and boulders, picket driving. And then you have the repairs and maintenance to eroded sections of the main entrance roadway and revetment walls at Burnham Drive. And then the previous one was Republic Avenue, Riverside, Mackenzie.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you.
Member
6272, electrical charges. And I want you to also twin your response, Honorable Minister, with the indicator. Number one, number of communities new accessing electricity. 2 communities were identified. Could you say if this allocation will cater for those 2 communities and the names of those 2 communities?
Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the honorable member wants me to twin the indicators with this. But the reality of the matter, please, sir, is that 6272 is the electricity charges for existing electrical bills.
Okay. So if I
And it's for the Wisma multipurpose building, the Amerindian hostel at Wisma and the multipurpose building at Wisma.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member.
Thank you. So, again, Honorable Minister, the indicators under the same program, number of communities new accessing electricity. Could you indicate the names of the 2 communities that will now be accessing electricity?
The region does not generate electricity. That will, yes, that will be the Linden Power Company.
I didn't understand that. It says two new communities are going to be accessing power.
Yeah,
Just to, Honorable Minister, I just want the Honorable Member, Mr. Figuera, to just put me back on track because I am at electricity charges.
No, I'm looking at the indicators, Comrade Chairman.
I didn't hear you.
The indicators I'm looking at.
Indicators.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's on the program. It's the indicator for the program, the same program.
I was just about to say that that is being run through the Office of the Prime Minister.
Thank you.
Honorable Minister, through
MP's yours.
yeah, through Mr. Chair. Looking at the indicators, it says here percentage of pupils scoring 50% and over in all subjects at NGSA. In 2024, the target was 62%, and now we're targeting 75%. Not education.
Are we at education or public works?
Yeah. Mr.
My
Chair, I
apologies,
think-
right? Let me just go back to the public works here. I think I'm jumping ahead. In terms of security service, we note here in budget 2025, we're catering for over $40 million. The question to the Honorable Minister would be, can she share the top paying security firm that is awarded this contract currently?
Honorable Minister.
Home Safe Security.
(6252) maintenance of bridges. Can the Honorable Minister indicate the bridges that will be maintained with this allocation?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair. So it will be Sunflower Street, at Sunflower Street, that's the maintenance to the structure of the access bridge and bridge approaching Sunflower Street, or bridge approach to Sunflower Street. You have the access bridge and bridge approach at Christianborg, Wismar. Yes.
Thank you, Minister.
Thank you,
Member
Comrade
Figuera.
In the indicators, you mentioned three bridges, Honorable Minister, but in the indicators, another one is also to be maintained there. Could you also name that bridge as well?
Minister?
Right, so this is maintenance and we are still in current, but perhaps the honorable member can check on the capital.
Oh, this is the program for the same. That's where we at. This is the indicators for 802. The indicators. We're on the same program.
You're right, it's the indicators for the entire program, whether it be current or capital, but these two bridges are for maintenance under the current budget. Yes, and there is a one on the capital.
No.
No, I'm saying that there is one on the capital budget.
Okay.
Honorable members, I now put the question that the sum stated for program 802, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable members, let's turn the page to 452 and 53. And I propose the question that the sum stated for program 803, education delivery, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. The honorable member, Mr. Figuera.
Thank you, Comrade Chairman. 6292, dietary. Can the Honorable Minister indicate if this allocation will cater for not only the breakfast program for the students at the school, but would it also cater for the dormitories?
Honorable Minister.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. It will facilitate 80 students at Amelia's Ward Student Dormitory and 53 students at Kokwani Student Dormitory, 20 students at the Amerindian Hostel as well.
So the Linden Technical Institute, this doesn't cater for the students who will be housed at that dormitory there.
Right, the Linden Technical Institute does not come under the Regional Democratic Council.
Noted.
Mr. Chair, just going back to
MP
6242, maintenance of buildings, and I would just like to merge this with 6255. Could the Honorable Minister share what Riverine schools are going to benefit under this line item, maintenance of buildings?
Honorable Minister.
So, Mr. Speaker, these are the schools that will benefit under this line item. Retrieve Nursery, Wizrock Nursery, Burnham Drive Nursery, Arima Nursery, West Watuka Nursery, South Amelia's Ward, Half Mile Nursery, Republic Avenue Nursery, Children Garden, Kokwani Park, Christianburg Nursery, Early Childhood Development Center, Blueberry Hill, Watuka Day, Amelia's Ward, Wairuni, Pine Street Nursery, 1 Mile Nursery, Kumaka Nursery, Middle Street, Ituni Nursery, Phase 1B Wizrock, Cyril Potter College of Education, Linden Center, 47 Miles Primary, Mabura Hill Primary, Rockstone Primary, Watuka Day Primary, 1 Mile Primary, Christianburg Primary, Wisma Hill Primary,
Oh,
Arima Teachers Quarters House 3, Arima Teachers Quarters House 1, Hururu Teachers Quarters, St. Luss Primary, Hururu Primary, Harmony Secondary, Christianburg, Wisma Secondary, Wisburg Secondary, Mackenzie High Main Building, Mackenzie High, the Leitchus Building, the New Silver City Secondary, Linden Foundation Secondary, Kokwani Secondary, and right. So it's 23 nursery schools, 29 primary schools, 8 secondary schools, and all other education buildings.
Just a quick follow-up on this question, Mr. Chair. Our residents have been complaining about the timely completion of these particular rehabilitative measures that is being done with the schools. And ever so often, we've observed that, particularly coming out of the December period, schools were delayed because of these maintenance work. All right. So the question to the Honorable Minister is, what assurance can you give the residents of Region 10 that such delays will not occur heading into post Easter term, post August, and of course post December?
Honorable Minister, will you get these works completed?
The works will be completed, please, Mr. Speaker, and I don't know that, as a matter of fact, people are quite happy to be having maintenance works and rehabilitation works being done at these schools. And I know that it is just for a little period of students being under that construction and so on, but it will be done this year. The programs that we have on board, we're going to work very closely with the National Tender Board and the regional system to ensure that we have early rollout of the projects and completion.
Thank you very much. Honorable Member, Mr. Sears.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair and Honorable Minister. With regards to 6243, janitorial and cleaning supplies, we note a minor increase here, but nevertheless, I want to draw our attention to particularly some incidents, recurring incidents that have happened. And I'm just asking the Honorable Minister if she can consider maybe increasing the provisions of janitorial and cleaning supplies. Many of our young students, particularly in the primary schools, females, have been making complaints to their parents and the PTA about UTIs. Will or could the Honorable Minister consider increasing this particular line item, and how does she plan to address this particular situation?
Honorable Minister.
You know, Mrs. Chair, it sounds all good and nice that parents are coming to complain and students are coming to complain. Janitorial supplies are being given. You have $51 million being allocated in 2025 budget for janitorial supplies. The schools are well equipped for janitorial supplies. The health center doesn't have evidence of those kinds of reports coming to them. And so I'm not sure, in the absence of this kind of complaints, and correct, that and we're getting hearsay in the House of the National Assembly that this is happening if we're going to be providing. But what we're providing right now, soap powder, bleach, Harpic, Fabuloso, Pine Sol, Lysol spray, fish spray, Lysol disinfectant wipes, air freshener, sanitizer, calcium, lime and rust, dishwashing liquid soap, soap, toilet tissue, brooms, mops, dustpan, toilet brush, mop bucket, paper towel. The honorable member, like he can't hear before, I said bleach, Harpic, Fabulous. You want me to continue?
No, we
on?
don't want you to do that.
So these are disinfectants. They are being generously provided to all the schools, and you have regular cleaning as well.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Sears.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
is the Honorable, I'm just trying to confirm what she's saying. Is the Honorable Minister saying to this Honorable House that there have been no reports regarding UTIs among young children in primary school? No, the reason why I'm correlating it is because we have gotten reports as representatives of the people in Region 10 that there's not enough cleaning supplies. And on top of that, janitors or super cleaners are complaining they're not well equipped. So that's why I'm asking this question. But specifically, is the Honorable Minister saying to this Honorable House that there have not been any reports, whether it be to the teachers, the head teachers, or the medical facilities, that there have not been any reports concerning UTIs?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. We have the regional health officer who is saying that he has not received any such reports. Then you also have the generous amount of supplies being supplied to the schools. Upon request by the cleaners, it is giving. There is no shortage of janitorial and cleaning supplies at the schools.
Thank you, Minister. But let me just, honorable members, let me just speak to the people in the gallery. They can't shout from the gallery. They can't clap. They can't cheer on from the gallery. If members are in the gallery and they want to contribute, come into the chamber. Honorable Member, Mr. Figueroa.
Thank you, current chair. 6112, senior technical. We have seen a significant increase here by 91. Honorable Minister, could you provide a justification for this increase?
That's the line
Minister.
item is
6112, senior technical. And can you also provide us with the top 3 technical positions?
Minister.
Thank you very much. So this caters for 23 temporary qualified class 3 to train grade 1 class 1, and you also have primary level reflects an increase as a result of upgrades of 36 temporary qualified mistress masters. You have the secondary level reflects 27 trained grade 1 class 1, and you have the employment of 5 education officers at $364,000.
Thank you, Minister. Member Sears.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. With regards to 6264, vehicle spares and service, I just want to ask the Honorable Minister, does this line item cater or include the upkeep of the David G. boat that serves the Demerara River?
Minister?
There are school boats, but there is no David G boat. This line item will be catering for a 29-seater bus, a 19-seater pit bull, a 19-seater bus, a 4x4 pickup. You have two other 29-seater bus, canter truck, ATV, two ATVs, school boats, engines, and 4x4 pickup boat and engine. No David G boat.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister.
Go ahead, Honorable.
Mr.
Sorry, go ahead.
Chairman, the indicators, number 9 indicator, matriculation rate was at 23% in 2024 and is projected to be at 50% in 2025. Could the minister indicate to us what will be done to bring this percentage to the 50% target for the region?
So the math intervention program is also at the schools in Region 10, and that is one of the programs that they're seeking to ensure that we tackle this issue.
Member Sears?
Mr. Chair, focusing on the indicator, like I was asking earlier with regards to the percentage of pupils scoring 50% and over in all subjects at National Grade 6 assessment. Last year, the target was 62%, and this year, the target is 75%. Could the Honorable Minister share what are some of the challenges that is affecting our students or basically affecting the delivery so as to improve or move this particular target from 75 to maybe 100%?
Minister?
Mr. Speaker, what I do know under the line items for the regions and the allocations for the regions, schools are being built, schools are being maintained, policies are being made through the Ministry of Education, such as the math and intervention, such as the math intervention programs. Teachers, because we care cash grant has been returned to students in the sum now of $55,000 in 2025 to ensure that they do have uniforms, that they can have the necessary stuff for school. You also have teachers being given a grant so that the classrooms can have things available. You have textbooks that are being given directly to the classrooms as well as the students. And so the interventions through this government has been tremendous in ensuring that we move from one stage to the next. If we're moving up to 75, we're working now with the math intervention programs, remedial programs, and other such programs. Train teachers as well to be placed in all of these schools and to ensure that we do have the quality of the education move from one percentage to the next. Teacher salaries are being raised.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member, Mr. Figueroa.
So, sir, I don't have any other questions for education.
Honorable members,
Mr. Chair.
Honorable Member, Ms. Ferguson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, through you to the Honorable Member. If I can turn the Honorable Member attention to staffing details. I note a huge increase for 2025, but let me take your attention to 6111 administrative. I note you got an increase about 87 or 77, huh? 77. So can you say whether or when these positions were filled, and if you have any vacant position currently, and when likely the vacant positions will be filled? Thank you.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Honorable Member, this is an upgrade in status. It's not a filling of a vacancy. So these are like nursery level caters for 22 trained grade 1, class 1 non-graduate teachers. Then you have, they reflect the primary level, it reflects the graduate HM transferred at 360,041 upgrades from trained grade 1, class 1 to non-graduates. SAM. Then you have secondary level reflects 13 trained grade 1 class 1 and 1 graduate HOD transferred in at $310,000.
Honorable members, Mr. Figueroa. Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for Program 803 current expenditure stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Members, please turn to pages 454 and 455, and I propose a question that the sum stated for Program 804 current expenditure stands part of the estimates. Honorable Member, Mr. Figueroa.
Thank you, sir. 6113, auto technical and craft skills. Minister, we have seen a significant allocation for 2025. Could you give a justification for this allocation?
Minister.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, but want a justification. We don't mind it increasing, but you want to know why? It's taxpayers' money.
We had 10 midwives, 9 staff nurses, 9 x-ray technicians, 6 dentist extenders, 3 orthopedic technicians, 1 staff nurse midwife, 1 pharmacy assistant, 13 medical laboratory technicians, 76 community health workers, 4 multipurpose technicians, 3 habilitation assistants, 2 audiological practitioners, 2 medical technologists, and 1 microscopist.
Thank you.
140 in total in the health, under the health program.
Very good. We welcome
Member
that.
Figueroa.
For the indicators, Honorable Minister, number of trained health workers recruited, we saw in 2024 there was 56, and in 2025 there's a decline. Could you give a justification for the decline of recruited workers there? And also, is there any additional specialists for this area here as well?
Specialists for
service, urologists, and those type of specialists. Is this gonna cater for that as well as recruited staff?
Right. So you will have 4 different trainings. You will have for more community health workers, pharmacy assistants, lab technicians, and the PCAs. But the central ministry will deal with the specialists, yes, through the Linden Hospital complex.
That's it.
Good.
Mr. Sears.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Line item 6116, contracted employees. I would like to ask the Honorable Minister if they're under this line item, if any senior medical personnel have been contracted, and what are these positions?
Honorable Minister.
The positions are 2 medics, 2 health visitors, 2 midwives, 2 vehicle drivers, 1 coxswain, 1 staff nurse midwife.
Honorable Member, Mr. Figueroa. Mr. Sears. Sorry.
6281 security charges. The allocation here, Honorable Minister, is this for all of the existing health clinics and hospitals in the region, and also is it also going to be catering for the new health centers that is going to be?
Minister.
It's all the health facilities, and yes, we'll cater for new health centers, but except the Linden Hospital complex.
Mr. Chair.
Member Sears.
Line item 6221, drugs and medical supplies. Would the Honorable Minister disclose to this House if there's a known drug shortage at any of the medical facilities in Linden?
There is no shortage of drugs and medical supplies.
All right. So looking at the indicators, thank you very much, Honorable Minister. If I may, Mr. Chair, yeah, just in terms of incidence of infectious diseases, we know that in 2024 it's still at 1%, and the target is 1% again here in 2025. But there have been reports, maybe unconfirmed reports, that there has been an increase in dengue fever. Could the Honorable Minister confirm?
Honorable Minister.
Right. So the RHOs advised me that the dengue is a vector-borne disease.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister.
There isn't an increase in. No, there is no increase.
Honorable
Well, let me Mr. Chair, I would love to educate the young member who is over there and thinking that the questions are stupid. It is an infectious disease that deals with TB and other things, right? That is the department that is being dealt with. It is not dealing with vector-borne diseases. And there is a difference. That is right, but you wouldn't understand that.
Mr. Speaker.
Remember, Mr. Sears.
My final question on current on this, if you look at 6292 dietary, my question to the Honorable Minister is this. Could the Honorable Minister confirm that that dietary provisions are made? Yes, may I continue? Yeah, the question to the Honorable Minister is, can the Honorable Minister confirm that only Upper Demerara Hospital, Linden Hospital Complex, and Kokwani Hospital benefits from this line item, dietary?
Honorable Minister.
The Linden Hospital Complex does not benefit from this particular line item. It will be the Upper Demerara and the chronic disease clinics.
Go ahead,
Mr. Chair. Are there any considerations that can be made or provisions? I'm laying this out to you for consideration for our flung clinics, whereby patients cannot come out to seek medical attention from one of the prominent or the hospitals. In some cases, some of those clinics will need dietary provisions for the patients. Would the Honorable Minister consider?
Thank you very much. So the dietary that is at the health centers is for the inpatients at those centers. Medical outreaches are being done on a monthly basis in far-flung communities to provide that medical attention for those persons who are in those remote areas.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable members, I now put the question that the sum stated for program 804, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Members, please turn to pages 456 and 457. And I propose a question that the sum stated for program 805, current expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Honorable Member, Mr. Figueroa.
So I only have one question for this line item, this program. The 6116 contracted employee, we see an allocation here for $5,395,000. One contracted employee. Could the minister state what's the post for this contracted employee here?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. It is for one agriculture officer.
Honorable Member, Mr. Sears.
Mr. Speaker, just one question for this line for this program as well. With regards to 6291, national and other events, could the Honorable Minister state under this line item how much money, if any, is provided to the monthly farmers market?
Honorable Minister.
Mr. Chair, this is what it caters for, the regional agricultural events and national observances. Regional Agri Health Fair and Market Day, the Regional Agricultural Technological and Development Expo, and the Linden Business Expo Agricultural and Food Village.
Honorable member, Mr. Figueroa.
I have no other question for this.
Honorable members, Honorable member, Mr. Sears. Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for program 805 current expenditure stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Please let us turn to page 545 and we'll roll into 546. And I propose the question that the sum stated for program 801 capital expenditure stands part of the estimates. The honorable member, Mr. Figueroa.
Sir, I have no question
Honorable
for
member, Mr.
regional
Sears.
finance.
Yes. On the administration, Mr. Chair, I would like to ask the Honorable Minister with regards to the project entails provision for an administrative building. We know that there's a sum here for $235 million, but with our interactions with the councillors at the Regional Democratic Council, they did state that the original estimate that was submitted was well over $600 million. Can the Honorable Minister share if this amount was what was submitted by the councillors at the RDC?
Yes, this was the building that was started by the APNU and abandoned. And this government is ensuring that we place money to start the construction of an administrative complex to house all 5 programs with over 150 staff members in the new complex. And it will benefit 6,500 residents.
Mr. Chair, might I remind this Honorable House, before I pose my other question, that it took well over 4 years and constant representation by our councillors and our MPs in this House so that this project can be realized in 2025. My question then to the Honorable Minister would be this. What are some of the facilities? You mentioned 5 programs are going to be housed there. We know that there's an agriculture department which is housed down Christianburg. But are you saying that that will be housed here at the new RDC building?
Staff from all 5 of the programs. So that will be public works, agriculture, health, education, administrative.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Now, Mr. Chair, like we've seen in the past, a case in point, the Bamia Primary School, it was solely awarded to a contractor. Will this project be going to tender? And if it's going to tender, currently the tender board is expired. What?
It's a national board project.
No, hold on, man. So I'm asking, will this process in terms of awarding this contract be open? I'm just asking.
Honorable Minister.
This is going to be an open tender, and might I remind the honorable member that perhaps he doesn't know, he's very new too, a lot of the regions in 2015 to 2025 did a lot of sole sourcing, quite a few.
Honorable member, Mr. Figueroa.
Sir, I have no question on this line item. Can we go to Public Works?
Honorable members, I want to put this here. Honorable members, I put a question that the sum stated for program 801 capital expenditure stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable members, program 802, I propose a question that the sum stated herein for capital expenditure stands part of the estimates. I propose the question, the Honorable Member Mr. Figueroa.
Thank you, Comrade Chairman. 110100, Honorable Minister Bridges, could you indicate to us for this allocation, where at Wisma would this bridge be built?
Honorable Minister.
It will, thank you.
Wisma get
So
no
it will
bridges,
be the bridge at Blueberry Hill for rehabilitation.
Thank you.
And it's going to benefit 15,000 persons. 15,000 persons.
Honorable Member Mr. Figueroa.
I'm happy about that. I did recommend for that to be done.
Member
1400 roads. Could the Honorable Minister indicate the name, how many roads will be built in this, for this allocation here? $100 million.
But but you will agree with me,
It's
though,
not in,
Honorable.
it's not in the legend.
You will agree with me that many roads have been built in Region
Of
10
course,
under
yes,
this
it's
government.
true.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. He's acknowledged. Continued rehabilitation of Caesar Street, Wisrock, Wisma. Upgrading of carriageway with asphaltic concrete material, Purple Heart Street. Continued rehabilitation of First Street, South Amelia's Ward. Upgrading of carriageway, Fourth Corner, Cross Street, Amelia's Ward, and Chumney Road. From Danju Hill, First Corner, following the circle.
Honorable Member Mr. Figueroa.
Mr. Chair, I just want to mention that the upgrading of the Purple Heart Street will benefit approximately 35,000 residents. You have the beneficiaries for the South Amelia's Ward, 15,000 residents. 1,000 residents for the Fourth Corner, Cross Street, and Amelia's Ward, and 1,000 residents for Danju Hill, First Corner, following the circle.
Thank you, Minister. Honorable Member Mr. Figueroa.
Sir, I have no more questions for this line item.
Honorable Member Mr. Sears. Honorable Members, I now put a question that the sum stated for Program 802 Capital Expenditure stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it, sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable Members, please let us turn our attention to Program 803 Capital, and I propose the question that the sum stated herein stands part of the estimates. Honorable Member Figueroa.
Thank you, Comrade Chairman. 2404-300, Land and Water Transport. We see a provision here, Honorable Minister, for 64,400,000 for boats and engine. Could the Honorable Minister state for us the boats that will be purchased, which area in Region 10 it will service, and what is the capacity of the boat?
Thank you very much. It's a procurement of 15-feet boat at Develt Health Center, Riversview, and Falmouth Health Posts. It will cost $3,600,000, and it will benefit approximately 1,510 residents.
Thank you, Minister.
It will enable the community health workers to provide effective home visits, mop-up vaccinations, etc. to residents across the Sand Hills community.
So
Go ahead,
Honorable Minister, actually I'm at education delivery, and you mentioned the transportation for the health sector.
Well, that's one thing that we don't have to repeat. So here
Good.
we go.
I can appreciate that. So for the allocation here for the boats, could
Yeah.
the same question is applied?
So you have a shedded boat here. It's 22 feet by 6 feet, and it's going to be a 30-seater. It's Maria, Henrietta, and Atonement Berbice River. and it is to transport learners to Maria Henrietta Primary and to Atonement Primary. The beneficiaries are 30 learners and 2 teachers. You'll also have an outboard engine of 75 horsepower.
Mr. Chair,
Honorable Member, Mr. Sears.
on the education delivery, which speaks to the project includes provisions for schools and educational facilities. And there's a sum that is allocated for 2025 over $400 million. I would like to ask the Honorable Minister, with regards to the Wairuni Secondary School, at what percentage is completed at this point? Primary school. Primary school. Primary secondary school. Yes, I'm just asking the Honorable Minister with regards to that. What percentage? That's good.
What percentage is it at? What percentage is it at? And it's going to be completed within
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much. It's about 80% completed, and the honorable members, you could see, is very excited. The Honorable Bishop Edghill, because he knows that their school didn't exist there before, and so we're getting a school, and it's going to be completed for the new term, September, and it's about 80%.
Honorable Member Figuera.
I have no more for that.
Honorable members, I now put the question. I'm happy to see the bishop has learned the geography of Guyana. Honorable members, I now put a question that is sum stated for program 803 MP Ferguson, capital expenditure, stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Honorable members, program 804, capital. I propose a question that the sum stated for this head, this program, stands part of the estimates. Honorable member Figuera.
Thank you, Government Chairman. 2505600 furniture and equipment. Could the Honorable Minister say out of this allocation, what testing equipment will be purchased with this allocation?
Minister?
Thank you very much, Honorable Member, Mr. Speaker. A CTG machine will be purchased, a smart board, a refrigerator, a small refrigerator, a large refrigerator, a medication refrigerator, a combination sitting chairs. The medication refrigerator will be for Hururu, Ibini, Vivian Paris, Letitia Holder, Bamia 8C, West Watuka, Ituni, Wairuni, Sand Hills, and you will have an Ibini, I said Ibini already. Filing cabinets, and you'll have combination sitting chairs, 1, 2, 3 suite, the staff and doctor quarters.
Honorable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for program 804 capital stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Ayes have it, sum stated stands part of the estimates. Honorable members, I now propose the question that the sum stated for program 804 capital stands part of the estimates. Honorable member Figuera.
Thank you.
Sorry, 805, not 804.
190200 agricultural development. Could the Honorable Minister state with regards to this allocation, what development initiative will be instituted with this allocation? And additionally, would it cater for the upgrade of the Farmers Market Road at West Watuka and at Millie's Hideout?
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. So yes, it will cater for the upgrade of the Farm to Market Access Road in asphalt for West Watuka. And the beneficiaries there would be for 1,000 residents and farmers. This investment is going to provide easy transport for farmers and farm produce from farmlands to residents in Linden and Georgetown, and open up 30 acres of farmland for cultivation. You also have the upgrade of Fairweather Farm to Market Access Road at Kimbia, and that is going to be $13 million, and approximately 1,000 residents or farmers will benefit from that, and that will also ensure the opening up of farmlands for cultivation.
Thank you, Comrade Chairman. Follow up. The allocation, would it cater for the clearing or providing any assistance for the clearing of lands to leaseholders at Millie's Idle?
No, this is for the
Minister.
sorry, Mr.
Go
Chair.
ahead.
This is for the access farm to market road.
It says agricultural development.
Yeah, so this is it. We're going to open up the road, ensure that the road is now going to be asphaltic. So you're going to have easier access, and it's actually going to open up 30 acres of farmland for cultivation. The access to those 30.
That is at Millie's Idle or at Westwood?
No, this is West Watuka
So there's no provision here for
and Kimbia.
the upgrading or clearing of lands at Millie's Idle.
We don't have that in this budget.
Thank you.
Honourable members, the final question to the Minister for this evening. She has had a very long day and acquitted herself very well. Honourable Member, Mr. Sears. Honourable members, I now put a question that the sum stated for Program 805 Capital stands part of the estimates. Those in favor say aye. Those against say no. Ayes have it. Sum stated now stands part of the estimates. Let us thank the two honourable members from Linden and Region 10 for efficiently and effectively examining this agency in the 1 hour allocated. And to say
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and I would also like to take the opportunity to thank my colleagues as well as the staff of all 10 administrative regions for their support and their work towards this budget for the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development in all 10 of the regions. Thank you very much.
Yes, and we join with you, Honourable Minister, in thanking all of them. Thank you very much, staff of Region 10 and the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development. Let the Assembly resume. Yes, what a day and night. Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I ask that the Assembly be adjourned to 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Honourable members and staff and all the support, have a safe trip down. House stands adjourned to 10 a.m. tomorrow.
And we need to keep it. We have that right. So we ain't giving up no mountain. We ain't giving up. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river. That belongs to we. Not one blue sake. Not one rice grain. Not one grass. Not a blade of grass. So we ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river. That belongs to we. Not one blue sake. Not one rice grain. Not one chorus. Not a blade of grass.